Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hilk empath, and I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. It's kind of quiet in here today. I have the fan off. Usually I have a fan on over here and some music playing. I have the music playing and the fan on to drown out the audibility of the music. And I don't have that stuff on today, so there's no that wah hum background. People aren't gonna hear that. I got Luna back here. It's freaking rainy, man. It's been rainy since, I don't know, it's been raining for days here in Oregon. Reminds me of a story I heard. A little boy knew the sun was coming. He was on a different place, different world, different time, these little kids were like 6, 7 years old. I don't even remember where it originated from, but it always stuck with me. The little boy had faith and they lived in a place where it rained. These kids were, first, second grade, and they'd never, that age, playing on a playground, and they'd never seen the sun. They always heard it was coming, and this little boy, his grandpa said, "Don't worry, the sun's coming. It's gonna come out this day, and it'll the sun will shine for about a couple hours and stuff like that." And the little boy he'd go to school and he'd tout about it, how he knew the sun was coming. And finally the kids just got sick one day and locked him in the freaking closet. And sure enough, the sun came out that day, and and all the kids got to play in it and bask in it and, enjoy it. And oh, yeah, yeah. And then they all realized after the sun had left again, because it was only out for a couple hours, that the little boy was in the closet, and I'd like to think that little boy just, didn't let it get him down too much, and just believed that if he waits a little while longer, the sun was going to come back out again. That's how I kind of believe about things. I never get too upset when it rains too long and stuff, except when I lived in Omaha, man. It got so cold for so long every February, because it started getting cold in October. And it's cool, anything's cool for a little while, but when people start, your body starts thinking that this is your new norm, it ain't all that cool, man. So, like, um, 5, 6 months into, half the year is freaking just wintry, and it's, like I said, it's pretty in the beginning, but then once you got a shovel, and then freaking people sliding around, driving like dummies, and just all that other, you put the human factor into anything and it ruins anything. So, I just, I didn't like it, and it just, so I had to come back west, freaking where it was warmer, and it's gonna be cold here too, but not like there, man. Not like there. One calls it bone chilling. Anyway, so today's the winter solstice. I get excited about that too, because then after today, it's the shortest day of the year, most darkest day of the year. But in dark is cozy, man. Dark is my cozy sometimes, and people are becoming more and more into their awareness of their shadow side, and it's okay, dude. See, here's where the freaking trouble lies. Okay, people deny the fact that they have a dark side. Now, I got this thing in me that it's alcoholism, okay? I have an allergy to alcohol, and it puts me into different vibe frequencies, and I get ideas about things that aren't the same ideas about the same people, people I'm hanging out with, and and you time travel in your mind because you listen to a song and it takes you back, or you want to time, and then there's the time traveling with the blackouts and the memory fades is what I call them. I'd call it time traveling, and you look at your clock and your mind blacks out because it's freaking been floating around in the ethers with your freaking spirits, and I call it drinking spirits, I think it's because it replaces yours. That's why they call it that. Sometimes people pick up ideas, spirits from other entities and beings, and I don't know, it's mad science, and it's a slippery slope, and people like me are super sensitive to it. So I didn't abstain for a long time, learned a lot of lessons. Then I stopped drinking. I hung out with a bunch of people that had the same allergy with me, friends of Bill W, and we had our and I got to learn a lot, and I'm still learning, and it's not my crowd no more, but it's just because it's me, it's not it. And I became aware of my shadow side, you know, and the thing is people ignore it. And just like my disease, while I don't drink, because I started drinking after 13, 14 years, I was just like, F it, you know, that it was more than that. It wasn't just F it, but I mean, I took a lot more consideration than that. And, and that ultimately, that was what and I did that for, I didn't go back to drinking like I did because I knew, you know, I don't, for whatever reason, I did like wine tasting and things like that. And there's a couple times that, and the thing what I determined is I don't like being out of control anymore. And there was a long time my spirit just loved being out of control, just freaking loved being a free spirit to do whatever it wants. Thing of it is there's universal law and things like that. And when people drink and then they stop, or the universal law, and when I drink, all that stuff goes out the window. I don't care about being a good person. I just want to do what I want to do, and if it's in line, you know, I'm more inclined to think, well, it's their problem, and it's their emotions, and it's their feelings, and 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 my awareness of inclusion and oneness goes out the window, and it really turns into a me versus them situation, and that ain't healthy. It ain't balanced. So thank goodness I came to the conclusion that it's not for me, and that I'm not just living this earth for me. And if I were to continue down that trajectory, that I probably would have seriously hurt myself or killed myself, because I'm a clumsy wit, and freaking there ain't nobody around to take care of mom. So I got off that high horse and came down. And well, what you got to realize is during that 15, 13 years I did not drink, my disease still grew. My shadow side still exists, you know. And alcohol is just a freaking key to a door that lets my shadow side out. And I still have my shadow side. The thing is I freaking, I control it. It don't control me. It's just emotions, you know. Shadow side is just all those lower vibrational emotions that tie us to this earth. And my shadow side keeps me separate from people and places and things. And now I stay home a lot now. It's because I'm trying to save money, and there ain't a whole lot out there for me anyway, you know. And every day I'm always looking at places to go, things to do, see like-minded people, and it's just like there's more of the same. Bars, you know, just more of the same. It's not my crowd. I'm looking for my crowd. I've been looking for my crowd my whole life, my tribe. So, like the disease of the dis-ease of alcoholism, in your shadow side, it keeps growing. And the thing of it is if we don't look at our stuff, our shadow side stuff, we don't look at that stuff and look at why it hurts and go ahead and feel the pain of it hurts and give yourself permission to hurt and all that stuff. Because, man, some of us have freaking gotten a bad rap in life, whether we choose it or not. Freaking life has still been hard for a real, real long time. Some of us are still hanging on to our hope, you know. Well, every day we're seeing another one fall. There goes another one. There goes another one. It's just easier to live in ego than spirit, man. It's a lot easier, man. But the good stuff is if people are just hang in there, just keep hanging in there, you know, just keep hanging in there, the good stuff happens. I feel like that little kid that oftentimes that believed and nobody believes, and now it's happening. And if somebody tries to put me in a closet, I'm gonna freaking flail. I ain't gonna let it happen. So I know it's coming. I know the light's coming, and people are scared. There's a lot of fear. People don't like the dark. But you know what? Here's a neat trick about the dark. When you go outside, because we don't have use a lot. I like to use my senses, you know, so I rely more on my senses. So, like, I don't turn on a lot of lights and stuff. Like, no, I have my lighting and stuff like that, but I don't need a lot of lights and everything. And so I freaking go out back and, like the other day I was helping Mom straighten up her bed but she had her light on, and then I go outside and I couldn't freaking see, you know, and then I close my eyes all the way, and then I open them and go from light, and then my eyes adjusted. It was easier for my eyes to adjust from darkness, you know. But people don't do that. I mean, this is like analogy type sense. They'll just walk out and and just strain their eyes and try to get them to adjust. And if they just take a time to close them and let them come to light, from light to let your sight adjust, it's a lot easier. The transition is a lot smoother, you know. So we're just here to learn lessons, you know. And I just share the lessons that I've learned here, and some of them I made a lot of mistakes. I don't keep making the same ones over and over. I make slightly different ones with slightly different variances, you know. So now's the time that people are going within, and there's a lot of freaking karmic stuff that's going to happen. You know, truth is vibration, and the truth always comes out, and people are ready for it, because it's not fair, man. People don't get all. People need to be able to pick choices for them that are right for them, and they can't do that unless they got all the information, the true information, you know. Not all this imposed stuff, you know, all this stuff that doesn't matter. These reindeer, rich man, white greedy reindeer games that they play. It's just, it's all nonsense. But I hear it's changing. If it does, it does. If not, hey, you know what? We're only on this. I don't know how long I'm going to be on this earth. I'm already halfway to 90, you know. Whether I get a nice, full, long life or it's cut short or whatever, it's all how it's supposed to be. It's what I do with my time here, you know. And what I try to help too is help people freaking look at their shadow and help them. I'll walk through it, man. Because heck, if I don't know, if I haven't been through the same stuff that you have been through, I assure you that I know people who have, you know. And emotions are meant to be felt. They're not meant to be neglected and stuffed away, because they grow. And sometimes when you're least expecting it, they come out sideways. So anyway, that's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad morning. Peace.